So yeah, I think it's safe to say Sedimars is definitely one of the more forgettable Lumias. I would actually say it was pretty good when it first released, but that was pretty short-lived and it had a pretty big fall-off. But, because recently it got a new remodel, it also got access to some new buffs, so let's see if these new buffs are gonna save it. Okay, then jumping into the first set, let's start with the Hasty Sedimars. We're running 192 health TPs and 200 range defense TPs with a very clever personality to be as range tanky as possible. Also, the reason why we're not running max health investment is so our health is odd because we're weak to icicle traps. We don't really need any energy investment, so 4 TPs will do there, and then the 104 melee defense TPs are leftovers, but they are going to increase our overall bulkiness on the melee side. For the held item, we're gonna go with a heavy shield to increase our range bulk even more so. Then for the ability, we're gonna be using Hasty, which will increase the damage of our melee moves by 50%, but it will make them less accurate. And then finally for the moves, we're running Earthquake as our strongest stab option, Chad Claws for coverage to hit plant-type Loomians, Rejuvenate to keep us healthy, and Mudslide to remove entry hazards from outside of the field, but this will also increase our accuracy to patch up our abilities' downside. Although there are some other options like Sharpen, Thunder Chomp, or even Harrow. This is a ranked battle. Why does he only have a Twilight? What? Well, hey, let's send out Sedimars and get ourselves an easy 1v1. Although I think most Twilights just run melee attacks, right? It's like, what, quick counts? That's kind of it. Well, let's just throw off 2 Earthquakes and hopefully that should be enough. And hopefully I don't miss any of them. Sedimars, why? Your Earthquake is like, what, 80% accurate? I swear, it freaking isn't. Okay, critical hit! Back to back with the miss, I guess makes up for it, but still. Why? I'm a little confused, but hey, I'll take the 3 rank points. Oh, Kalem, hopping into the first battle, and hey, I see a few range attackers. There is an issue, though. One of them can hit me for super effective damage, one of them can burn me, and one of them is most likely either running Peace of Mind, or has specialty goggles, so they actually might deal too much damage to me. Either way, let's give it a try. Let's lead off with my Ragoon. I am gonna try and steal an ability. That's a Banfino. You have Banana Split, don't you? Do you even have a good ability for me to steal? I don't think so. I really don't think so. So... do I just set up hazards of my own? Sure. I don't think I really need Icicle Traps because Cracklow can get rid of them just by switching in. I guess I'll throw off 1-layer Babs, see what they do. I don't think they're going to go for Banana Split immediately though, right? If they're going to do anything, they should probably try and break my Clutch plushie, so I probably should have switched out into Wiki Wiki, to be honest. This might have been a really bad use of a Bab here. Never mind, they go for the withdraw immediately, so I got a free set of Babs up. That is an Eliguana low, so you're most likely going to go for what? Actually, what are you going to do? Just Mudslide immediately? I guess I could just go into Sedimars now and throw off a move. I don't really know what I would do, but at the same time, hitting the Eliguana and doing a lot of damage does seem worth it. And I get rid of either, what, Prismatic or Lightning Rod. Yeah, I think that's actually probably good. Flash and Flee. Okay, that is great. They need to go crack a lower lane to get rid of the entry hazards, otherwise Eliguana, I think, just dies on entry if I go for another layer of Babs. Never mind his Nemesis. With Paralyze... what are you trying to paralyze on your team? Is it Tatab? That Tatab might be a secret ability. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm gonna go for another layer of Babs, just so the Eliguana can't switch in. I think that's a good idea. Although it does kind of suck because obviously Sedimars is really good into Eliguana, and that's like one of the easiest ways to get Sedimars into the battle. Here, though, let's go into the Sedimars. Can't go for Mudslide, unfortunately. You could also run Sharpen if you want Sharpen. which lets you hit harder and gets your accuracy increase. Because Sedimars I'm using as a range tank though, I wanted some more support options, so I went Mudslide. Still gives me the accuracy increase, but I'm not going to hit even harder. Let's just go for the Charged Claws on the Nemesis. They go for the Withdraw into Teteb. Please land. Sedimars, please don't miss! Don't miss! Nice, okay. That didn't even knock it out still. That is a little bit problematic. But hey, I got damage. Let's just go Wiki Wiki. That's why we actually brought it, was for specifically the freaking Teteb. This thing is really scary. Okay, nice. And oh, it just recalled itself. Double nice. I was like trying to think about like, do I want to mudslide it? I don't actually know if it will take it out, or do I can't even poison. Never mind. I would have had to go for a mudslide. There's Krabtana. You are most likely Vengeance, right? So we can just go Sukame. You're probably gonna fire off a Rogue Assault, which is gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Let's go for Sea Song. I don't think Krabtana's gonna stay in. But if they do, I'll just go into Zulong. We're fine here. But now that I've got rid of Teteb, the Nemesis isn't really going to be doing that much. And because we know it isn't running specialty goggles, at least I don't think it is. No, it physically can't be. We know what item it is. It's a Thunder Orb. So I mean, Sedimars should be able to tank against it pretty well. We got the Sea Song off. Honestly, Wiki Wiki here is the best choice, but I'm going to go Zulong. I think we can threaten the one-shot on Banfino. If it isn't running like a lot of bulk. I actually don't know. I'm hoping I one-shot it. I do. Okay, nice. Banfino's a little bit scary for Sedimars as well. Both of his stabs actually hit me super effective. And then also if it's like the Sap Plant Scapegoat one, GG. I just can't do anything to that. There's Krabtana. You could be Boots now that I think about it. Yeah. Why would you go Krabtana here? Why would you go Krabtana? I'm gonna throw off a Thunderstrike, but I feel like this isn't the right idea. It is! It is Boots, okay. Yeah, I don't know if that was a good idea. But then again, if I went into my Sukame and had it die, I didn't really have any good backup switch-ins for Krabtana. So let's go Sukame here. And what? Just throw off a Rejuvenate, I guess? Sure. Because they have what? Nimue and Eliguana. Eliguana might just go down here, which I think it does. Nice, so I get a free Rejuvenate. Perfect. Now Lola can actually go back into Krabtana and they get their Vengeance boost immediately. They don't do that low. Well, here I'm just gonna go into my Sedimars. But when the Thunder Orb activates, if they switch out Nemesis, aren't they gonna paralyze their Krabtana? So thinking about it, I should have actually kept my Zulong alive. The main issue I would have had then is trying to force the Nemesis onto the battle. And yeah, okay. Sedimars actually was going to do some pretty good work there. Like, yeah, we did a lot of damage to the Teteb, but we basically just 1v1 the Nemesis, and we just collect Charged Claws. The Krabtana can't really switch into a Charged Claws, it's weak to it, so Sedimars there I think would have actually just won the rest of the battle. Unfortunately forfeited, so I don't actually get to play it for the video, but it is what it is. Let's hop into another one though, and give it another shot. Okay, next battle, and oh my gosh, I see so many range attackers. Sedimars looks crazy here. Okay then, first up, let's actually lead up with Zulong. I want to do a little bit of scouting. That is a Wendelin. Okay, this actually isn't the greatest matchup. I want to click Ancient Raw, but Wendelin I feel like generally have boots, right? So I think I need to go Sukame here. Would have actually been nice if I did lead up with my Ragoon. I could have stalled its ability, potentially. Oh, they go Krakaloa. That is pretty good for me. I don't know why they went Krakaloa low. Does that mean they don't have Eliguana? Crackle is a little bit unfortunate as well because it could burn my Sedimars, which isn't super great. They go into Lashent. That is actually fine for me. I'm gonna Seasong. I guess we just go into Astaros, right? I would love to click a fire type move, but I feel like I should click Outburst expecting Crackaloa to switch back in. So I will do that. But no, they actually go for Briar Block, so now they know I didn't click a fire type move. Yeah, probably should have just clicked Blaze Rush, to be honest. Frick. Damn it, why'd I do that? We can just switch out low. Actually, not really. To be honest, not really. I'll just Outburst again. Let's switch out into Crackaloa. Okay, so they go Crackaloa anyway. I'll take the little bit of damage. We can get burnt, so I mean, hey, that's actually really good. I guess I can go Sedimars. I really don't want to get burnt, but I think we'll be fine. Like, being burnt isn't the worst. I mean, it is really bad, but it isn't the worst thing in the world. I get a free switch into Sedimars. Obviously, I have got Earthquake, and they should expect it, but I'm gonna Earthquake anyway. Lashent should switch in here. And yes, I have got Child Claws to predict it. But I already have had this matchup before. If it's super melee tanky, we actually don't one-shot it. So I need to weaken it a little bit, so that's my goal first. Okay, as a health hammer, it's going to be a little bit tougher then to weaken it down. I want to try and get this thing down to about 60-ish% health, and then I should be guaranteed to knock it out. So that way we're going to be good. Let's go... If I go Astros, we're going to get hit with a slapdown, aren't we? Definitely. Because I have Briar Block, I am 100% assuming Sap Plant as well. Like, guaranteed, right? Sap Plant, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I guess we could have actually stayed in and clicked Child Claws there, but oh well. Let's go for Seasong. They're most likely just going to go for Ice Cold Traps, yeah. My Sedimars has got Mudslide, so I can get rid of them. But I also have Astaros, so... Yeah. I could just do this instead. That's fine. I gotta melt them. Okay, let's rock a Blaze of Glory, and wow. Lashent stayed in. I guess I predicted Outburst again, anticipating that I was going to predict them going back into Crackaloa, but no. I just wanted to try and get rid of the Lashent if they let me, and they just did. Okay. Well, I don't need to make the prediction anymore then with Sedimars, which is nice. Astros is trapped into Blaze of Glory, so I need to switch out. Sedimars is weak to Ice Cold Traps, but I could also get the Mudslide off as well. I guess I go Sedimars anyway, and we just throw off a Mudslide. Crackaloa can't do too much damage to us. The worst thing it can do is Raging Flame. They go for the withdraw immediately low into Wendelin. I could probably take one hit from Wendelin. I don't know if I want to do that low. I feel like I should always go Sukame. Like, it's a risk that I don't need to take. Since I don't need to take it, let's just not do it. They fade away anyway, which, I mean, yeah, it's fairly obvious. And also, I think that just gives away that it is 1,000,000% boots, right? I guess it also technically could be like a very nimble glows, but I think it's boots. There's Protagon. The range attack increase does kinda suck, not gonna lie. I want to go Sedimars, but if I start clicking Dart Burst and I get hurt more from Ice Cold Trap, that's gonna suck. So how about I get rid of the Ice Cold Traps first? Which, yeah, I am kind of sacrificing Astaros, which isn't super great. Okay, my Astaros is going to go down. Now I'm gonna go into Ragoon. Or, no, I think I probably just go Sedimars, right? Yeah, I think I just go Sedimars. I wanted to go Ragoon so I could get rid of Analyze, but I don't think it's really worth it. I just click Earthquake here. Mudslide would be great, but we don't need to go for it right now, and I can't really afford to give them a free switch. Protagon is most likely trapped into Energy Surge anyway. Pharaoh's out. This Ranger melee, that is most definitely melee. Not super great for me, I'm not gonna lie, but we have got Sukame. Tsukame should be pretty good into this Ferroglyph Flynn, right? There's outbursts. Yeah, we tank that for days. Let's go for Rejuvenate. We need to keep Tsukame really healthy for mostly the Wendelin. They go back into Protagon, I would assume. Yes, they do. Okay, Zulong is actually going to struggle now because it's mostly what? Protagon, which I should outspeed because I'm very nimble, and Wendelin, which is Boots. So yeah, Ragoon... I need to keep the clutch plushie on, so I need to go Sedimars here anyway. But hey, I did get rid of the Ice Cold Traps. Zip Zap, no. That is actually really good for us. That is really, really good. Now, is it worth going for Mudslide here? I honestly think it might be. I'm going to throw for Mudslide, which you can use Sharpen if you want. They go Krakaloa. They're most likely going to try and burn me now, Len. But I do outspeed them, so my first attack is going to land anyway, so I mean, I might as well go for it, right? Might as well. They go for the Soul Burst. Okay. I mean, that does make them tankier, but it does make them weak to Zulong, so hey. I will gladly take that. Okay, either way, like, before they Soul Burst and after they Soul Burst, I will always outspeed them, so here's an Earthquake, which does pretty good damage. Let me guess, Raging Flame. Flare Blast, never mind! Yeah, that's not really going to do too much. Here's another Earthquake. I have to be somewhat careful now, though, because my energy is getting very low. Critical hit, it wasn't really necessary, but I'll take it. Krakaloa is down. Passive energy should give me enough energy for one more Earthquake. Do I just use it? No, not on the Ferroglyph. Not on the Ferroglyph. I mean, I want to throw off an attack, but I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it is. It's really predictable I'm going to go into Tsukame, right? I have to be very careful here. Tsukame is really good into the Ferroglyph and their Wendelin. Is it just Protagon? It's just Protagon. I could probably sacrifice Zulong. Oh, whoa. Okay, let me think about this. If I steal Ferroglyph's ability, it is useless. It becomes a melee attacker with range stats. I just need to get Ragoon in with his clutch plushes. Let's go Zulong. They go Protagon, it looks like. Okay, so they predicted the Tsukame, that's fine. I could actually go back into Sedimars, to be honest. But I don't think I really need to. Like, Sedimars has done a pretty good job. It would be nice to go back into a heal and, like, let it do a little bit more. Like, it is meant to be tanking Protagon here. Because if I one-shot Protagon, then Sedimars probably won't do too much else for the rest of the battle. But I think that's fine. I see a clear way to win this, so I think we just have to take it, right? We just go for Thunderstrike here. They actually save it. That's actually good. Sedimars is going to get a little bit more use. They go Wendelin, which is fine. They saw the resistance. Okay. Now they're going to go for Fadeaway, right? If they do, I pick up a KO for free. Protagon, I don't think will live. Yep, and Ferroglyph doesn't want to take a range hit. If they actually took out Zulong there, that would have been fine. We just go back into Tsukame, and we just Seasong. Ferroglyph, okay. But yeah. My plan there was to try and sacrifice the Zulong if they went for Outburst with Ferroglyph. And then I could have gone into Ragoon. I could have clicked Preemptive Strike to get rid of Ferroglyph's ability, and then we're just in the clear. If they go Wendelin expecting Preemptive, that's fine. We can just click Now Gas to steal Wendelin's ability anyway, because I will guarantee live one, right? So yeah, here, I mean, I have to click Thunderstrike here, right? They go for Fadeaway again. Oh, they're just sacrificing Protagon. Sure. I mean, I don't know if that was the right play, and unfortunately my Sedimar switch-in is now about to disappear. No! I think it's fine though. Protagon does go down in one shot. Well, Wendelin's about to come back in. Tsukame can win, so I guess we'll send out Sedimars and see how well it tanks against Wendelin. All I need to do is probably like land what? One more hit on it, and I think we should be fine. Now, what are they going to lock themselves into? It obviously doesn't matter what they lock themselves into. Tsukame just wins now. Fade away. I guess that's their strongest move. What does Wendelin have? Fade away. It has a light type move. I just forgot what it is. Is it Dazzling Barrage or is it... I don't know if it... Actually, if it is Dazzling Barrage, Ragoon's Clutch Plush, it doesn't mean anything to it. Or is it Blind Spot Batter? It's one or the two and I don't remember. It might be Dazzling Barrage. They have Mega Chomp. What's this Hello Spirit type move? Do they not have one? Like Adaptive Assault? Maybe Wendelin doesn't have Harrow. I don't actually remember. Let's click Earthquake here low. Hopefully I land. Please don't miss. Nice. And hey, we got another knockout. Sedimars actually did pretty good in that battle, to be honest. I mean, I probably could have done a little bit more with it, especially against like the Protagon, but I clearly didn't need to. They were just like, I'm assuming just over-predicting. They were trying to like anticipate me to go into Tsukame on the Wendelin. So they want to keep fading away to get their Protagon in against it. And then I need to keep going to Sedimars. And every time I go into Sedimars, their Protagon gets a little bit of damage. And then they can get Ferroglyph back onto the field against it, I guess. So yeah, pretty tough one, but I was honestly completely fine to sacrifice my Zulong there. I don't think I really needed it anymore. And now for the Insulated Sedimar set. We're running 192 health TPs and 200 range defense TPs with a very clever personality to be as range tanky as possible. Also, the reason why we're not running max health investment is because we're weak to Ice Cold Trap, so it's better to keep our health stats odd. We don't really need any energy investment, so 4 TPs will do here, and then the 104 melee defense TPs are leftovers, but they are going to increase our overall bulkiness on the melee side. For the held item, we're going to go with a heavy shield to increase our range bulk even more so. Then for the ability, we're running Insulated, which will make us take 50% less damage from fire and ice type moves, so basically, we gain a fire resistance and we are no longer weak to ice. And then finally for the moves, we're running Earthquake as our strongest stab option, Chad Claws and Thunder Chomp as coverage options, and then Rejuvenate to keep us healthy. Although there are some other options like Mudslide, Harrow, or I guess Sharpen. Okay, once again, a lot of range attackers. Main issue is, I don't really see that many fire or ice type moves, so oof. Also, I was not paying attention to the time, I almost ran out of time, and unfortunately my lead is a wiki. This isn't a good lead, man, but hey, let's Ruffle Poison. That Charnix is secret ability. If I can poison this, if they let me, I'll gladly take it. You let me do that? Okay, thanks. Frostbeam. Oh! There is a nice type move, let's go! Okay, Sedimars' Insulated is actually going to do something now, so yeah. We clearly need a range tank switch in, and Sedimars is not my guy, my girl. So yeah, let's just get Sedimars in here. I can take Frost Beams. I mean, it's going to be neutral. It's not exactly resisted. Insulated on Sedimars is definitely better for the fire, because now we basically get a new resistance, but losing a weakness is also pretty good. They go for the withdraw, that's fine. Into Wiki. I have got Charred Claws. I don't really want to get poisoned low, you know? You know, don't really want to get poisoned. So I kind of want to go Tsukame and slow pivot into, like, maybe Zulong, I guess. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I don't want to get poisoned this early, that would be pretty bad. Especially because they have, like, a lot of, like, hard-hitting range attackers. I need my Sedimars to be like as healthy as possible, as frequently as possible. Let's go for Seasong here. They're clearly gonna switch out, right? Or if they don't, I get to be a slow pivoter. Okay, they do go for the withdrawal into Charnix. You really wanted to heal like 10% of your health? Okay. Sedimars. Sure. Okay. Also, you might have noticed this Sedimars doesn't have Sharpen or Mudslide. Because we're not running Hasty, my moves don't actually need an accuracy increase, so hey, I can just run 3 attacks and just go for as much coverage as possible. But obviously you could run Mudslide as well if you wanted to have some supportive options. It's just that Sedimars doesn't really get that many supportive options. It's basically just Mudslide. That is like the only support move you have available that is like actually worth it, like running. I'm just gonna go for Earthquake here. We should do like pretty decent damage to the Tronics. Not like a whole lot, but hey, that's a pretty good chunk. And Tronics can't really heal unless it gets a KO. Let's switch out low into Wiki Wiki, I would assume again. Luminami, okay. I am weak to water. I have got Thundertron, but Luminami is obviously super range tanky. Probably not really worth it to stay in, right? I guess we can go Wiki Wiki and try and heal. That sounds like a decent plan. Flash and Fleet. Okay, they're just pivoting again? Okay, here's Wiki Wiki. I want to go for another Poison. I don't know if it's actually worth it, though. I'll go for Herbal Remedy here. They go into Tronics, yep. They obviously don't want to get anything else on their team poisons. I want Wiki Wiki to get all of the health. So we could just click Dodge here and waste Tronics' energy, which sounds pretty good. I just don't really want it to get a Magnify off if it has that. But it has Flash and Flee, so I kind of doubt it. Either way, I can still go for Dodge. I get all of my health back and I waste their energy. And hey, that went pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna go for another Herbal Remedy. I'm assuming they just click Frost Beam again, which, yep, they do. But if they went for like Flash and Flee, or sorry, not Flash and Flee, like a switch, I can pass my Herbal Remedy onto something else. But no. I probably don't even need to click Dodge here, do I? I will, but I don't need to. They do go for the Withdraw. I'm assuming Wiki Wiki is going to come back in here, yeah. This time we're hitting this with a Poison. They are clearly going to go for Herbal Remedy. If this is poisoned, it's going to be huge for us. Because that means they're both on timers, and they need to play like super smart to like not leave any of them in for too long at one point. Basically, we're forcing a lot of switches over and over again. So if I can get entry heads down now, we can punish it pretty well. Okay, so obviously we don't want to leave Wiki Wiki in. Let's go back into Tsukame. I guess actually they could switch into Charonyx. Nope, they'll go for Poison to also try and poison my Wiki Wiki, which honestly is fair. Now they need to go for another Herbal Remedy load for their Charonyx. So I'm kind of like putting them in a situation here where if they go for Herbal Remedy for their Charonyx, I get to hit Wiki Wiki with a Frost Beam. Tsukame being poisoned doesn't matter. I can just pivot out and I get rid of it. So hey, that's pretty good damage. Now I'm gonna click Sea Song, and yep, Wiki Wiki is really freaking low on health now. Really low. Sea Song, I don't think Wiki Wiki is gonna stay in. Obviously gonna be Charonyx, right? Yep. They clearly want more health on this, and oh, that's a crit. Don't mind if I do. Now, what goes off first? Is it Poison or is it Herbal Remedy? I actually don't know. It's Herbal Remedy. That's fine. I still should get, like, Poison started to tick. Okay, about half health again. We can probably go for just Shroud Claws now, right? Over and over again. To prevent the Wiki Wiki switch in. Charonyx stays in. I'm assuming Frost Beam. How much does that do to my Insulated Sedimars? Not a thing. Okay, we're fine. I think we just keep clicking Shroud Claws then. Charonyx is going to go down, and it prevents the Wiki Wiki from switching in. Critical hit. Okay, Charonyx goes down this turn. My Sedimars is getting a little bit low in health flow. Frostbite also sucks. That means we're taking residual damage. I guess it is better low than being poisoned. So I guess that actually kind of works for us. But every time Wiki Wiki hits the field, I would always go back into Tsukame. So I would probably never be poisoned, so it does kind of suck. Wrestling is on the field. I want to go Ragoon and just click Preemptive. I don't think they're going to let me low, right? I want to go Tsukame, but I'm scared about the Electric type move. But if they do go for the Electric type move and I stay in, I'm getting 3 damage. Pep jab, okay, that's fine. Okay, never mind, that's not fine. Okay, bro, chills. I'm gonna lose Ukame. That is unfortunate. That is so much damage. Okay, that's definitely ace. For a fact, that is definitely ace. Let's go... I want to go Zulong, but I actually don't know if this thing is boots. So let's go Ragoon first. We get a scout to see if it outspeeds us. If it outspeeds us, probably boots, right? I want to preemptive buy. Okay, is preemptive actually better here? Probably, yeah. Okay, preemptive is better here. They are going to go for the withdraw, because if they stayed in, I would steal their ability, and then my ace boosted Naligash would do obviously more damage to their Wrestling. Wiki Wiki switches in low, so now they can't force me to not go for any move, but it's not a good ability for me, to be honest. I gotta keep my Clutch Plushie, which is good still. They go Luminame. I don't want to lose my Clutch Plushie. I really don't. We go Wiki Wiki here, and we throw for poison. Okay, Flash and Flee. Frost Beam, okay, that's fine. Wiki Wiki should tank that decently. Yeah, we're still fine. We're still in this. Sedimars is pretty low on health, so honestly, if I need to sacrifice something, it's probably going to be Sedimars now. Let's go for poison. They stay in. Nice. I'm assuming just another Frost Beam. Maroon? Okay. Sure. Is it kind of crazy that I want to go for another poison, anticipating Wrestling? Because I'm still pretty healthy. I don't need to go for Herbal Remedy right now. I think I will go for poison again. They do go for the double into Valkyrie. Ooh. Wiki Wiki and Sedimars are actually really good into Valkyrie. So let's go for a Herbal Remedy here. And we can try and get Sedimars back onto the field against Valkyrie, I guess. I am running a little bit low on energy now on Wiki Wiki. We gotta be a little bit careful. They go for Holy Slash. Oh, it's a mixed one. Okay, let's go for Rest here. They go Wrestling this turn. Damn it. I was thinking about clicking poison again, not gonna lie. I was thinking about it. I could probably take a hit low, right, from Wrestling. The main issue is, if poison misses here, it's going to be really bad. Don't miss. Don't miss. Don't miss, Wiki Wiki. I'm praying. Okay, we landed it. Let's go for a dodge here then. We want to start building up the poison. Okay, so if we're being realistic, I should sacrifice my Sedimars here. Wiki Wiki is better into the last 2 Loomians than Sedimars, unfortunately. It's just the truth. But I need to click dodge first. I want some more damage on the Wrestling. Okay, there we are. I mostly need to find out if this Wrestling is boots or gloves. Just the amount of damage it's dealing kind of makes me lean towards gloves, but that just might be Ace's damage increase. It's hard to tell. Okay, I'm being very dumb here. I'm gonna go Ragoon. I want Sedimars to do something, because obviously it's the Sedimars showcase. That didn't actually take my Ragoon down to 1 shot. I'm actually surprised about that, dang. Well, I'm gonna click Naligash, and we're about to find out, I guess, Actually, no, I should click Preemptive. Just so I get a little bit more chip damage from poison. But they go for the withdraw, that's fine. That is fine. Valkyrie switches in. That's still fine. My Ragoon should outspeed Valkyrie. Even if it's running very nimble, I think so. Valkyrie, I think, just goes down here. Actually, I probably could have gone for Babs there, just for more chip damage. Oh! That outspeeds me. That's the boot user. Okay, that's the boot user. Which is really good to know. That is actually huge. Because now my Zulong should just win me the game. I'm just gonna go for Earthquake here. I think Sedimars can live one hit. Just barely. Okay, Valkyrie is downland. Oh, okay. I think that has to be Boots. I don't think Very Nimble is going to outspeed Ragoon, because I'm running Nimble. So here we can just go Zulong. If it's Luminame, we Ancient Raw. If it's Wrestling, we click Thunderstrike. Okay, I think we win now. Watch this actually be Boots and somehow the Valkyrie just outsped me. That would be so unlucky. That would be so unfortunate. But no. This is not Boots, okay? I know for a fact it is not Boots. Let's switch out into Luminame. Sure. Does this even live 2 Thunderstrikes? It doesn't even live 1. Okay, I'll take it. So I don't really understand what that play was, because now we're just back to square one, and I'm doing the exact same thing. Okay, it isn't Boots. Hey, we found out. It wasn't Boots, so I found an easy way to win. Sedimars, I mean, honestly, Sedimars like had a decent matchup here. It could have done more if the rest of them wasn't so scary. Okay, next battle. I do see a couple of range attackers, and one of them is fire, so Insulated is gonna do something, but damn, the rest of this team looks pretty bad for us. Okay, first up, I'm leading Zulong. I'm gonna try and get damage on something. That is Marafe. I just realized I didn't bring Wiki. I actually can't get rid of entry hazards. I'm an idiot. Whoops. Let's just go for Fire Breath Flow. Marafe stays in. I'm assuming Shatter? Yep. I mean, hey, I will let them get one layer of Babs down, but that is all I'm letting them have. Let's go. I want to go for the switch because clearly they're not going to stay in, right? Like, surely not. Surely not. There's no way they stay in. There's no way they stayed in. Wait, no, I'm faster. I switch out first. Bruh. You stayed in? Are you crazy? You're a crazy man. Come on. Okay, well, hey, I will actually steal Marafe's ability. If I get Reflective, I'm immune to lights. So the Land Torch has to hit me with Fire-type moves, but I have Sedimars. They go Blast. Or if this is Seize... Whale. I mean, I can save Ragoon, I guess, for later on in the battle. Sure. We can just go Sedimars here, low. Don't have Mudslide on this one, unfortunately. I actually can't really, like, hit Oblast that hard, either. Body Crash? Oh, it has melee moves. But it doesn't actually do that much to me, surprisingly. Well, hey, here's an Earthquake. They do go for the withdraw into Marafe. This is just gone. I'm not entirely too sure what they expected me to do, but whatever it was, I'm assuming it wasn't that. Okay, well, Marafe is gone, so I don't think they can actually get more entry hazards up, which is good for me. Dakuda is out. You're probably a glove or boot user, I would hope. We're gonna go Sukami for the water type move, but we're about to see what they actually click. It's Bulk Up. Okay, so it's not a specialty item. Good to know. Now let's switch into Stratosaur because you're gonna go for Venom slash here. Surely. Right? You're a Soul Burst Bulk Up Dakuda. Oh, why? Why? I just realized as well, they aren't clicking Venom Slash, they're clicking Soul Move. Stratosaur, no! I'm sorry! I thought he was gonna click the Venom Slash move, man! Why did he click Bulk Up on Soul Burst? What is this? Yeah, I have no words, Quite literally none. I don't know what that was about. Why? What was the point? Cool, there's a Thunder Strike. There's Torrential Slash. That is gonna knock out my Zulong. That's not good. But now we can go Sukami, right? Actually, I think we can go Ragoon. I think Ragoon knocks out Dakuda now. Whale boosted. I think it does. We should outspeed it as well. Actually, no. It's a +1 melee defense. It probably lives this. I'm going to preemptive strike it first lane just to get a little bit extra damage. Even though it's nothing. And now I'm going to Gnarly Gash. Maybe now it's in range? Yeah, I feel like the preemptive strike wasn't necessary, but hey, every little bit of damage to make sure it goes down is safe, okay? Oblost is back on the field. We just go back into Sedimars. Again, though, we can't really hit Oblost, and I just lost both my offensive Loomians. I probably should have done that in the reverse order. I probably should have let Ragoon hit the Dakuda and then let Zulong take it out. Trick shot? No. No, no, no. Why did that quicksand do so much damage low to me? It did so much, I feel like. Okay, let's go for Earthquake here. They actually switch out, so my quicksand should end Samarine. I mean, hey, I gotta hit it. Super effective. I'm gonna be a little greedy here. I'm gonna click Thunder Chomp. Wave Wrecker, damn it. I do live, so I mean, hey, Samarine is gone. I was kind of hoping they get greedy and they went for a Sharpen, to be honest. To be honest, I was really planning on that. Sedimars is out of energy as well now, which is not good. Leviatros. Yeah. Actually, I think Sukami can still win with the game here now. So Sedimars, to be fair, not exactly the best matchup. Get agreed to go for a setup. Oh, Expert Onslaught. Oh. Okay. I guess we can go Ragoon because it's not going to be good against Oblosts. So I preemptive strike the Leviatros, I guess. I guess I just Gnarly Gash it. But every little bit of damage counts, so I'm preemptive striking, I guess. Or I could get hazards up potentially for the Oblost, but I don't think that's worth it. Just preemptive. Never mind, they go for the withdrawal. I will outspeed the Oblost. It's not really worth hitting it, clearly. So let's go for Barbs. Might as well try and do some damage, right? I'm assuming just Quicksand here. Body Crash, okay. I live that, surprisingly. Okay, I guess I'll throw up a Nalagash here. Just do a little bit of damage before I go down, but yeah, it's not really much. Now it is Sukame time. I don't know how much Seasong is going to do to Oblost. I feel like it's not going to be enough to knock it out, but I don't really have any other options. So hey, Trick Shot, I think I live one. Actually, I live multiple of those. I hit the Oblost for a lot of damage. And then here we go for Rejuvenate to heal, because they're most likely going to go for Trick Shot again. No, Quicksand. Honestly, smart. They're out of energy low. So I can go for any move here and knock them out, and then just try and 1v1 the Leviatros. Okay, waiting, yep, okay. I think we can 1v1 Leviatros. It might be close. Critical hit, I wish that was for the Leviatros, not gonna lie. I can rejuvenate twice. I definitely rejuvenate on the very first turn though. We need as much health as possible. Okay, Mega Chomp, as long as it doesn't flinch, I should be fine. Critical hit sucks. It doesn't flinch me at the very least. I could go for another one, but I think I can get away with a wait. I'm not gonna rest in case they critical hit again, or again flinch. That could cost us the game right there. They just forfeit. Yep, we would have eventually gone through them. So yeah, after using Sedimars for quite a while, I gotta say it's definitely better than what it used to be, but I still think it could use with a few more buffs. I would say that the Hasty version is already doing pretty well. It now has multiple options to set up its accuracy with Sharpen and Mudslide, and then it also got access to more and even stronger coverage. But when it comes to the more defensive Sedimars, yeah, you get access to a brand new ability Insulated, which is great. You gain a new resistance and you lose one of your weaknesses, but you're kind of just stuck on the field taking hits and doing very little damage back to the opponent unless you hit them with one of your coverage moves for super effective damage. So, I think what Sedimars is actually missing is more supportive options. Right now, the only supportive options it has is Mudslide and Provoke, and that's kind of it. So, let me know in the comments down below any suggestions you have to give to Sedimars.